Hello and welcome to Rando Tech Info, and today we're talking about the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III and the Sony Xperia 5 Mark III and whether or not these phones will work here in the US on our carriers. As I sit here and record this video, it is the second week of June in 2021 and these phones have actually not been released yet, but Sony has promised they are coming to the US, they are coming soon, and the full list of specifications is out. So I'm able to make the video now. There are a lot of things you could be doing right now, and I think the best one of those things would be subbing to this channel.
Annoying or pushy?
Annoying.
Now, not much needs to be said about these phones that hasn't been covered already by other media outlets and YouTube channels. These are Sony's big hitters. These are their flagship phones. These are the phones that are meant to go head to head with the OnePlus 9 series and the Samsung Galaxy S21 series. The only things I want to talk about are the slight differences between the two phones. So with the Xperia 1, it is the higher end flagship, so you're getting some minor spec bumps there, but nothing huge. They're both running with the Snapdragon 888 processor, so performance is going to be similar. The cameras are also very similar. The biggest difference you're going to see is between the screens and the price. So the Xperia 1 Mark III is going to have a 6.5-inch screen that will be 4K, and that phone is guessed to sell for around $1,300 or $1,400. Whereas the 5 does not have 4K, it has a smaller screen at 6.1 inches, and that phone is expected to be sold for around $1,000. The main thing you need to know for the purpose of this video is that the compatibility with US carriers for both phones is the same. So everything I say in this video applies to both phones. Now remember, for a phone to work reliably here in the US, a phone has to meet two separate criteria. The first criteria is certifications. The phone has to be certified to work here in the US on the carrier you want to use it on. And two, it has to have the hardware to support the frequency bands that carrier uses. So starting with Verizon, the news is very good. The phone will be certified to work on Verizon with both their 5G and their 4G. So it uses all of their 4G frequency bands and it uses all of their sub-6 5G frequency bands. There's no millimeter wave support here, but since Verizon's millimeter wave footprint isn't real great, in fact, none of the carriers' 5G millimeter wave footprint is real great, that's not really a big deal. And the news for T-Mobile is also looking very good. So it's going to be certified to use their 4G and 5G networks. So on 4G, it uses all of their 4G frequency bands, so you should get some really good reception there. On 5G, it can definitely use all of their sub-6 5G frequency bands, and it has the hardware support to use their mid-band 5G band, band 41. Now, I have not seen anywhere that it officially supports that, but since the hardware is there, I'm going to assume it will. And like Verizon, there's no millimeter wave 5G support, but once again, I don't really think that's a big deal. Sadly, the news is not quite as good on AT&T. So on the 4G front, you should be in good shape. It should be able to utilize AT&T's 4G, and it uses most of their 4G frequency bands. It uses all of their major 4G frequency bands, so you're good to go there. On 5G, the phone will not be certified to use AT&T's 5G network, so you will not be able to use 5G on this phone with AT&T. So fortunately, the news is pretty good this time around for these phones, especially when you compare it to the Mark IIs from last year, which did not offer any 5G support here in the US. And this is particularly huge because we lost LG. There's not a lot of competition in the flagship smartphone space here, so hopefully Sony can fill in a little bit of that gap. If you do wind up picking up one of these phones, please let me know down in the comments and let me know what your experience is with these phones, not just with your cell reception, but also with those sweet cameras. They're supposed to be pretty amazing. I'm always looking for a second filming device, so if people like them, maybe I'll pick one up. As always, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Rando Tech Info, signing out.